Pisces, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Pisces, this is your weekly reading. Saging the camera, saging me, the whole space. So Pisces, this is your weekly reading. Let us look into the cards and see what messages we can get for the week. My intention, since I do these weekly, is for the energy to be weekly, but we'll see. We'll see what messages we get. I'm going to pull an oracle card first, and we'll take that message and run with it for Pisces. What card, what message do we get from Pisces? The Strength card. I love it. Is this similar to, card number 34, is this similar to the Strength card in Tarot? Let's see. It's very long, but I'm only going to read you two of the messages. The first one, we are talking about the ability to act in harmony with natural forces, the real definition of strength. I like that. And I always say strength is like courage, being afraid but doing it anyway. So there's a section in the book and it's called My Gift to You. And it says, I come to acknowledge your strength and to ask you to purify your heart by liberating yourself from the war in your mind. Be careful not to mistake the people around you for your enemies. Your true enemies are your own misguided thoughts. Sorry, the incense. Sorry about that. Your true enemies are your own misguided thoughts, your reactive emotions, and everything in you that wrestles you away from the present moment. It's time to stop trying to force things to go a certain way, just because your mind tells you so. Stay open to outside influence. Keep tuning into the natural world around you. Listen for the flow of life, and you shall tap into it. There is an inexhaustible reserve of inner strength deep in your belly. It is greater than you can possibly imagine. Wow, that is deep. Pontificate on that. I love these cards. Alrighty. I want to look at overall energy first. So we have the strength is to stop controlling and go with the flow. Kind of let things be. And that's scary. And let me give you a quick example. I don't want this reading to be too long. A quick example. You're in a relationship and you feel like, you've been together for a while and you want to know, where's this relationship going? And the person says, can't you just go with the flow and let things happen? Now, if you're super controlling, that may be, oh geez, hey, psst. If you're super controlling, that may be some really good advice. But if you've been at this for a long time and it really is time for the relationship to move to the next level and the person keeps on saying this, then it may be time for you to cut bait, cut your losses and leave. So there's a fine line. But if we find ourselves constantly trying to control the outcome of things to the point where we can't even enjoy life because we're trying to control the outcome of things comes from fear and the need to control, and that in excess is unhealthy. And I hope you can kind of see the difference there. So, what is the overall energy for our Pisces? The Tower. Wow. You got the Tower last week too. The Six of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. And last week I explained to you, and I don't know if you here have seen the last week's video, but the Tower is fate. Okay? Destiny is a result. We determine our own destiny by every single decision that we make in our life. We are where we are due to our decisions. And the sooner we take responsibility for that, the sooner life goes well. And the Tower is fate. And the Tower can kind of be like Spirit, God, the universe, whoever you work with, saying, oh, you couldn't make a decision? Well, I will make it for you. And that is fate. Or fateful events can happen to large groups of people. I feel like we can kind of cause the Tower or help to cause the Tower, but we cannot avoid it. Now, the Tower is the ending of something that was built on a false foundation, but it can also be liberation. I mean, would you want to continue your life, living your life? Again, for some reason, a relationship's coming to mind, but say you've been lied to the whole time and you're trying to hold it together. Wouldn't you rather know the truth? Then the relationship would end, but you'd be free. You wouldn't be banging your head against the wall trying to work on something that shouldn't be worked on, that's false. So the Tower can be an event, it can be an epiphany, it can definitely be freeing. So we have the overall energy in the next 7 days of something, whether you have an epiphany, and it doesn't have to be about a relationship. I was just using that as an example. My recommendation to you, the advice that I'm getting in my head from Spirit is stay grounded. I mean, even if you have an epiphany, it can be an unpleasant one, like, oh my God. Or it can be a beautiful one, like, I don't want to be a doctor anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. You know, it doesn't have to be a relation. Well, that's a relationship with your career, but you know what I mean. Or it could be something taken away from you and you don't understand it now, but it's for your greater good. So anyway, stay grounded next week. Now, we have the Six of Wands. Victory. It's like a transition. It is moving forward after a great accomplishment. It's like the mini world card, the major arcana version. We've got people bowing to you. It's recognition, it's popularity, a fame. You know, you could be a big fish in a small pond. I'm not saying you're going to be a movie star next week necessarily. I mean, you could be. So we see some type of recognition for you next week, some type of being recognized for a major accomplishment. The Three of Wands, strategizing, taking action. Wands are about action. Looking to your future, dreaming of what your future can be, but not only dreaming, taking action, because we've got your ships coming in. Something good is on the way, and that might be what you're being recognized for or celebrating. That's what it looks like. We have the Ace of Cups, a gift. Look at the hand, the gift from God, Spirit, the universe. Of love? Is it self-love? Is someone offering love? Is this just love, happiness, contentment? does this thing, this epiphany, this event, this thing that ends, does it open up the door for self-love, for a new love? And the love could be a person, it could be a career, it could be a way of being. This could be you not exercising, not eating right, not treating yourself well. And you have this epiphany, I am not going to be mean to myself anymore. I'm going to start keeping promises to myself. And you do. And you're being recognized. This could be even you recognizing yourself, patting yourself on the back. And this could be you after a few weeks going, wow, I see the difference already. And this can be you handing yourself love, which is really, if this is you handing yourself love, then we've got like God, the spirit universe, holding your hand while you're offering this to yourself. So we have a big change happening. Stay grounded is the advice. What challenges, what challenges may we face? I'd say the Tower will be a challenge. Towers can be unexpected, even if it's for your good. Like, and I'm not saying this is you, I'm just using examples. Wow, the Star and the Ten of Cups. I think you got both of those last week. The loss of a job, but the job is making you crazy and stressing you out and blah, blah, blah. And you can be like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Blah, blah, blah. And you may even suffer for a while. But there's something better for you. Spirit, God, the universe has something better for you. The ending of a relationship. But you're going to have the strength to make it through. And what I love about this here is, with strength, it was remove yourself from your attachment to the outcome. Quit trying to control the outcome. When you do that, something's going to be removed. Let's look at challenges. Oops, wowsy. These cards are marked. Okay. Oh, I saw that in the shuffle. We have the Eight of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Ace of Swords, so two aces, that's good, and the Two of Cups. Okay, challenges. Yeah, things are going to move fast next week. The Eight of Wands is incoming very fast. It can be a message. It is something that will affect your stability, security, not necessarily in a bad way. Like, this could be, even though it's a challenge, if something is removed from you that freaks you out, this could almost be automatically something good coming in. And I think the challenge is for you to see the balance, the ebb and flow. Like, don't be so freaked out about the thing that ends or the epiphany that changes everything. You're like, oh my God, everything's changed. Well, yeah, good. I think the challenge could be accepting the change. And we have the Five of Wands. Same energy, fire, passion, competition, maybe some fussing and fighting. Fives are about change. Change. That's all I'm hearing is, in the next 7-ish days, things are going to change. With the Two of Cups, you may have decisions to make, choices that could be confusing. You may have to choose a specific path, your destiny. It'll be up to you. Like, a fateful event can occur, but you choose your own destiny. So if something ends, you may have choices to make after that. And that can really be a challenge. Oh my gosh. But what's really cool is with the Ace of Swords, you get the clarity. In fact, what I'm hearing is you have a breakthrough next week. You get a new perspective. This will cut through all this confusion. Don't be afraid next week to speak your truth and act decisively. Make a choice, make a decision. Something's going to change next week, and you will need to tell your truth. But the cool thing is, you'll know. And even if you know what you want, and you have an epiphany, you get clarity, you know what you want, it can still be challenging. In fact, I just heard sleep on it. I think things are going to come fast and furious, and if you're not exactly sure how you feel or what to do, I would recommend sleeping on it and getting clarity that way. When we're in the and wands are, passion, right? We have the 3 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, the 8 of Wands. It's about action, passion, fire. Things can, 6 of Wands. Yeah, we got a ton of wands. So things are going to be fast and furious. I feel like next week, Pisces. It could be the next couple of weeks too. Let's not lock ourselves in. I just do these weekly, so I was kind of aimed for, weekish energy. Stay grounded, but you'll get the clarity that you need. And if you feel overwhelmed, sleep on it. If there's, unless it's life or death, which I don't see this being. I'm not saying, your car gets stuck on the train track and a train's coming, sleep on it. No, the thing to do is to get off the train track. But if this is not, life-threatening, which I don't feel like it is, sleep on it. Oftentimes when I do that, I wake up with the answer. Or maybe I dream the answer. Man, I had the weirdest dreams last night. Okay, blessings. 6 of Pentacles. I love it. The High Priestess. The Page of Pentacles. And the Knight of Wands. A blessing in all of this thing is that this event, this epiphany, this thing that's going to happen, or this change that you're going to make, because I don't want to make it sound like it's all something that's going to happen to you. You are going to co-create this whole thing with Source. When I say Source, it's Spirit, God, the universe. You're going to co-create this. As long as you can recognize that this is happening for you and not to you. But with the 6 of Pentacles, I see you gain a lot of balance and perspective. With the High Priestess, you trust your intuition. And that's a 2, and that's a 2. It's about trusting yourself to make the right decision, to choose the right path. The 6 of Pentacles is gaining balance, giving and taking, allowing yourself to receive, maybe. It's also about receiving something. Pentacles is about something tangible. So it could be money, it could be a job, it could be some kind of an offer. And the Page of Pentacles, a message of opportunity. Again, Pentacles, something tangible, a job, a contract. Maybe you choosing a path to go down, a path that will be lucrative for you, but a new beginning. So balance and a new solid beginning. And we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, Knight of Wands can be a little flaky, like in and out, back and forth. But in this instance, I'm really feeling like the Knight of Wands also is about taking action, making a decision, making a choice. It's interesting that it falls right underneath the Two of Cups. I feel like the blessing is, I just heard, you can't make a wrong choice. Even if in the beginning it looks like the choice that you made is not as good as the choice you could have made, it's going to be okay. Just take action. Not making a decision would be the worst decision. So just take action. And we have the Dog. I feel like you're going to be okay. You're going to find friendship and loyalty. Again, this will be different for everyone. Is this love? Is this friendship? Is this work? Whatever area the change is happening in, is that good English? I don't know. It's going to be okay. You cannot make a wrong decision. Let's look for advice, messages from Spirit, and a potential outcome. One sec. Thank you. Potential outcome, advice from Spirit. What messages can we get for Pisces? We have the Eight of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. Beautiful. King and Queen of Wands. Okay. A partnership. Entrepreneurs, badasses, if you will. They are court cards. This could indicate a very lucrative partnership, whether, like people, whether a romantic relationship, a work relationship. The King of Wands, the entrepreneur, the Queen of Wands, the, badass woman, the witch, the one who doesn't care. What I love about this deck, she usually has a black cat, but here she has a dog. We have two dogs. Loyalty. We have the Eight of Swords. I see this as Spirit telling you that you are going to release yourself from some kind of restriction. And whether this is someone messing with your mind, because swords are about the mind, they're about thoughts, they're about beliefs, or whether this is you messing with your own mind, having negative beliefs about yourself, about not being, smart, attractive, enough, worthy, lovable. Spirit is saying you're going to be released from someone messing with your head or you messing with your head. You're going to be strong. You're going to be, and if this is you, this just shows the perfect marriage, Pisces, of the masculine and the feminine. If you've been feeling too masculine, like you're doing everything, action, 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 then this is showing that you'll be able to soften and show your more feminine side. Although the Queen of Wands it's a masculine, Wands, is a masculine energy, so you're still a badass. And it's interesting that the Queen of Wands fell right under the High Priestess. So I feel like you just get in touch with your more intuitive side. And the Queen of Wands is also very intuitive as well. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. To me, this is about finding your tribe. building your tribe, finding those people that you can trust, that you can work with, that you can move forward with. It is Pentacles, so it could be about work, about a company that you're trying to start, a side hustle. It could be that. And for some of you, it will be. But it can also be about finding the tribe, like your family, your friends, people that you want to, work your way through life with, is the message that I'm getting. So this is Spirit saying you're going to find balance between your masculine and your feminine. You're going to be released from some kind of mental anguish, whether something someone is putting you through, or whether something that negative that you believe about yourself that you're putting your own self through. You're going to trust your intuition more. You're going to trust yourself more. Okay? And I feel like the message here is it's time to trust others as well. Perhaps you've lost trust, in yourself to make decisions, or if this Tower event is you, getting clarity that someone that you've been dealing with in whatever way does not have your best interests at heart. You can lose faith in mankind, in men, in women, if it's relationships, in business partners or co-workers. But your tribe is out there. So my advice to you is next week, stay grounded. Don't, isolate and shut people out. Maybe take some time, to, like I said, sleep on it. But your tribe is out there. Or this could even be saying there are people right now in your life that you can trust. Turn to them. Count on them. Don't be afraid to ask for help, is what I just heard. Pisces, this is what I have for you. Thank you so very much for joining. I hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.